Hello viewers, I am Deepthi. Today I am going to start with section B for ICSE KISA paper for 2026. In this question number 4 part 1, two tangents PA and PB are drawn on a circle. So if PA is one tangent, PB is another tangent, this external point P. So we know that these two tangents are also equal from one external point and drawn to a circle with center O, and we know that these will make equal angle with the radii of the circle. Now we have to prove that angle APB is equal to twice of angle OAB. OAB means this is OA and we have to meet this OAB. So this is the question. Generally, proving type questions will not be asked in board papers, but KISA paper have given, so we have to solve it. We have to practice at least, we should know the theorems. Now, this is the property first we are going to use in this case is this angle AOB and this APB are supplementary. I am writing this property, angle AOB plus angle APB is equal to supplementary, because angle made by, we have to give the reason, angle made by two tangents are supplementary. They are supplementary means 180 degree. Their sum is 180 degree. This is the first equation. So here AOB is equal. Now coming to in triangle AOB, these two sides are equal. It means OA is equal to OB is equal to radius of the circle, because both are radius of the same circle. So that is why this angle OAB is equal to OBA. By isosceles angle property we have to write that angle opposite to equal sides are equal. So this is isosceles angle property. You have to mention reason also, otherwise your 1 mark will be deducted. So from in this triangle AOB, suppose this angle is OAB. So OAB plus angle OBA and plus angle AOB is equal to 180 degree. All the sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degree. So here we need angle AOB, which is equal to 180 minus, because these two angles are same, so we can take either value, but for proving we need this, so I am taking twice of angle OAB here. Now this is our first equation, value of angle AOB. Now in the coming back to this equation, AOB value I am putting here. So it is 180 minus twice of angle OAB plus angle APB is equal to 180 degree. So from here, if we cancel 180 on both sides and transpose this term to this side, we will get this proof, angle APB is equal to twice of angle OAB. This is our first part. Now coming to the second part, from quadratic equation correct up to two significant figures we have to give the answer. This quadratic equation is x square minus 3x plus 3 equal to 0. So simplifying, minus 3x minus 3 into 3, 9. This is the quadratic equation. First I will calculate D. Discriminant is b square minus 3 square minus 4, 1 and c is minus 9. So 3 square is 9 plus 36. It means 9 and 6 is 5. It is 45. So we need to find the value of 45 from the table, given table. So for exact value of x, we will take minus b. So minus of minus 3 plus minus under root 45 upon 2, a is 1 in this case. So we will get 3 plus minus 45 under root upon 2. So 2 roots we are getting 3 plus under root 5. And the value of under root 45 from the table, it is 6.708 upon 2. Another value is 3 minus 6.708 divided by 2. So when we add, we will get 9.708 divided by 2, and when we subtract, we will get minus 3.708 divided by 2. So final answer we are getting to, this is 4.854, and next value is minus 1.804. So in the question they have given two significant figures. So only two significant figures means including the digit to the left hand side of the decimal also one we will consider. So it is significant figures means it is 4.9 and next value is 1.8. 4 है, but we will consider 3, so it will become I think it is 854. 854. So it will become 9. So 4.9 and minus 1.9. 0.854, 0.854. This value should be same. So it is also 0.854. So minus 1.9. These two are the two significant figures answer from this quadratic equation. Now coming to the third question. ABC is a right angle triangle in which you can see that other right angles are also there. This is D, C, A, and length of two sides is also given. This CD is 8 centimeter and BD is 18 centimeter. BAC is 90 degree. As you can see here, BAC is equal to 90 degree. Prove that triangle ADB is similar to triangle CDA. So first of all, we have to consider one angle as X. We will assume, suppose one angle, any angle you can take X. Let this be, let angle DAB is equal to X. So if DAB is X, here it is given in the question that it is 90 degree. So if it is X, it is 90 minus X. So angle DBA is 90 minus X. Considering upper triangle also in ADC, if this is X, this is 90 minus X in the complete triangle also, then it whole is 90, then it means it is also X. Now you got my point that we have to draw these triangles like this. It means one angle is 90, one is X and other is 90 minus X. This is B, C and A. As a right angle triangle from the same figure we can draw separately at D. So at D I am getting 90 degree, at A I am getting as X and then 90 minus X as B. If this is 90, this is X, in this case also, here also we will get the same angle. Because this is 90, this angle is also 90 minus X. So we can draw it in other way also, because we can take third triangle on that side, ADC also. ADC. So in ADC, C is X. So we have, it is simple for us to compare if I take C here and A here. So if this is the triangle, so C is there now, so we can draw it like ADC. A, D and C. C is X. So we will draw C here and A here. Because C is X and again this is 90 minus X. Now by just observing these triangles, you will observe that they are similar triangles. But we have to prove, so we have to give the reasons also. That this angle is X and this is 90 minus X, this we have to give. Now from these triangles, you can easily see that angle, which angle is X. We have to write from those two triangles which we have to take. It means in triangle ADB, ADB is this triangle ADB and triangle CDA. ADB and CDA. Now look at the figures carefully, ADB and CDA. X and 90 minus X, 90 degree. You can easily see, but still we have to write that angle DAB is equal to DCA. DAB XA is equal to DCA. It is also X. Similarly, angle DBA and as well as DAC both are 90 minus X. So one is X and one is 90 minus X. So two angles if you are getting, so it means two triangles are similar by AA axiom. So we have to show this. Now next is if BD is 18 and CD is 8, find AD. So for this we have to go deep inside the question, means we have to take the proportional side of the particular triangle. Now BD is 18. So if this BD is 18 given in the question and CD is 8. CD is 8. Now we know that proportional side. So from these triangles which we have taken, ADB, ADB and CDA. Now AD corresponding side is CD is equal to BD upon AD. So now you can easily see, we have to give the reason here also that corresponding sides are proportional if triangles are similar. So AD square is equal to CD into BD. So now AD square, the value of CD in our case is 8, it is given in the question, and BD it is 18. So 18 into 8 is AD square. whenever square root is there and we have to take the under root, always try to make smaller factors of that number, like 4 into 2 is 8 and 9 into 2 is 18. So 2 and 2 will come out 1 2, 4 में से भी you can take 2 and 1 3. So this is the value of AD, not AD square, it is a value of directly AD. So 4 into 3, it means 12 centimeter is the value of AD. This is the final answer of this question. Now last is find the ratio of the area of triangle ADB to the area of CDF. So ADB and CDF, as we know that these are similar triangle, so ratio of the area of triangle ADB divided by area of triangle CDA is equal to any corresponding side you can take of these, whatever we know. Like if I am taking CD, then I have to take AD. So AD we have just calculated, it is 12. So this is 12 square and CD it is 8 square. So this is the ratio, 12 square upon 8 square. 12 square upon 8 square, it means 144 upon 64. If you cut with simpler numbers, then you will get 9:4 as the final answer of these questions. Now next is question number 5. Part 1 is construct a pair of tangents to a circle of radius 4 centimeter. So first you have to make a circle of radius 4 centimeter. So this is 4 centimeter. You have drawn a circle. Now angle between the tangents is 60 degree. You have to construct tangents. So with the radius, what angle these tangents will make? So first we have to draw, as we know that this angle in between the tangents, it is given as 60 degree. So according to the property which I have discussed in first part also, that at the center they will make an angle of supplementary. It means 180 minus 60 means 120. So at the center they will make an angle of 120 degree. So with the radius I will make an angle of 120 degree with one tangent. If one tangent I have drawn normal, then at the center this angle I have to draw 120 degree. For 120, 160 mark and another 60 mark. This is 120. So now 120, now 90 degree. For 90 degree, this is 60, 120 and then bisected. So you will get a tangent. Similarly, here also you will get a tangent. The point where they meet, let it be P only. This PA, PB are the equal tangents. And this angle is 120 degree at the center because it is given in the question. These tangents, angle between these tangents is 60 degree. So this is the approximate construction of this question, part 1. Now next is second part. If 7m plus 2n upon 7m minus 2n is equal to 5 by 3. Use the properties proportion, find m is to n. So one thing is we can do simply is componendo dividendo. So 7m plus 2n plus denominator divided by numerator minus denominator is equal to 5 plus denominator, 5 minus denominator. So in the numerator 2n will get cancelled, you will get 14m. In the denominator 7 will get cancelled, you will get 4n is equal to 5 plus 3 8, 5 minus 2 it means 4. So we have to find the ratio of m upon n is equal to 4 into 4 upon this is 14. So now 2 and 7. So 4 to 8 is to 7. So m is to n ratio is 8 is to 7 is our final answer. Now B part is also related with this question. M square plus n square we need. So m is to n is 8 is to 7. So what is the value of m square upon n square? It is 8 square means 64 and 7 square means 49. But we need the value of m square plus n square. So we are again applying componendo and dividendo. We have to mention. So this is m square plus n square and then the denominator m square minus n square. So 64 plus 49 and the denominator 64 minus 49. And your final answer will be 64 plus 49. You will get as 113 and 113 and in the denominator is 15. This is the answer for part B of part 2, question number 5. Now coming to third part of the same question. Find 3 numbers in GP such that their product is 729 and sum of the first and the third is 30 degree. Whenever 3 numbers in GP are given, so we know that we have to take them as A by R, A and then A into R. Three numbers in GPS always we are taken as A by R, second is A and third is A into R. The first condition is that their product is 729. So their product means this is 729. What is the benefit of taking these numbers like this? That R and R will get cancelled. You will get A cube is equal to 729. Especially when the given number you know that its cube you know. Its cube is 9. So A cube is equal to 9 cube. So taking cube root, A is equal to 9. Now next part, sum of the first and the third is 30. Sum of the first and third. So A by R plus third is A into R is equal to 30. Now value of A we know. So this is 9 by R plus 9 into R is equal to 30. It will form a simple quadratic. First we take LCM. 9 plus 9 R square is equal to 30. Cross multiplying 9 plus 9 R square is equal to 30 R. So simplifying 9 R square minus 30 R plus 9 equal to 0. Taking R 9 common, R square minus 3 common, we can take 3 common, 3R square minus 10R plus 3 equal to 0. Solving this quadratic equation, 9 we need as a product. So 9 into 1 is 10 also. So minus 9R minus R plus 3 equal to 0. So 3 common, R minus 3 minus 1 common, R minus 3 equal to 0. So in this way value of R is equal to 3, and if we are taking 3R minus 1 then it is equal to 1 by 3. So two values of this and one value of A we have earlier got. So if we are considering 9 and R, so again two scenarios are there. So numbers are these much. Now, so what is the first case? If I am taking R as 3, then 9 upon 3 and A is 9 and 9 into 3 27. It means numbers are 3, 9 and 27. Or otherwise if I am taking 1 by 3 then 27, 9 and 3 are the numbers. Both answers are correct. You can done in either of the ways. Now coming to question number 6. Rishabh invests rupees 4500 in 8% share. It means dividend is given. 45,100 means is investment is given. Rupees 10 share means nominal value. Add rupees 15 means market value. Very important is to understand what is given in the question. Only then you will be able to apply the formula correctly. So investment is total investment by him is rupees 4500. Next is 8%. It means dividend is given as 8%. Next is 10 rupees 10 share. It means nominal value or you can say face value is rupees 10. And market value at के बाद market value is rupees 15. This is given the question. He sells the shares when the price rises to rupees 30. वो sale proceed के time पे काम में आएगा and invest the proceed in 12%. Second scenario is there. So first we find a number of shares. The number of share is equal to investment upon market value. So investment is 4500 divided by market value is 15. It means number of share 300. So total dividend or you can say return or income, but it is same thing. I have told you my formula again and again. NRF. NRF, just the simple formula. N is number of share 300, rate of dividend given in the question is 8 upon 100 and F is the face value which is 10. So your answer will be 240 rupees. So 240 rupees is the return. Now he invests the proceeds in 12% share. He sells the share when the price rises to rupees 30. So it means sale proceed is equal to how many shares he has? He has 300 shares and each share he sold at rupees 30. It means 9,000 is the sale proceed. He is investing this in another venture. Another venture is invest the proceed in 12%. Now here dividend is he is getting is 12%. Rupees 100 share means nominal value is rupees 100 and market value is rupees 125. It is given. So sale proceed, this is the answer of first part. You will get your 1 mark here only. The number of rupees 125 shares he buys. How many number of shares? So n is equal to again sale proceed means investment. Investment means 9,000 and now market value is 125. So 9,000 divided by 125 it means 72 number of shares he has now. So now number of share again. The third is change in annual income. So first we have to find the income from this second venture. This income is again NRF. N means number of share, R is rate of dividend, in this case is 12 upon 100, and F is face value of this is 100. 100 will get cancelled. 72 into 12 you will get rupees 864. So what is the change in income? Change in income. You are also a science student. You know the symbol, this delta symbol. Change in income. It is 864 now, and initially it was only 240. तो उसका डिसीजन जो है वो अच्छा रहा. 864 minus 240. It means 624 rupees का बेनिफिट है मिस्टर ऋषभ को. In second part, tangents TA and TB are drawn to the circle with center O, the diameter BC and tangent TA when produced meet at point D. Given that angle ABC, this ABC is angle 24, calculate the value of X and Y. We have to give these values. So first of all, this X, as we know, this is the diameter, or you can say this is the radius and this is the tangent. So angle between the radius and the tangent is always 90 degree. So it means we know that X plus 24 is equal to 90 degree. It means what is the value of X? It is 90 minus 24 means 66 degree is the value of X. Now for Y we have to take the triangle. So for triangle we have to consider this whole figure. If this angle is 24, it means this is the angle made between the chord and the tangent. This AC chord if we are considering, and this is the tangent, this angle is Z, and this same chord is making an angle of 24 degree at alternate segment. So this Z is equal to 24 only, and you have to give the angle made by a tangent with a chord is equal to the angle made by the chord in the alternate segment of the same circle. It means Z is equal to 24, but this reason you have to give. But now we are considering angle TAB. So we are taking triangle TAB. In triangle TAB, we know that these two are the tangents from the same exterior point T. So we know that TA is equal to TB. So isosceles angle property, these angles should be equal. Therefore, angle TAB is equal to angle TBA, and both are equal to X, because we have already calculated TBA as X means 66 degree. So now angle sum property. So this angle Y plus this angle X and X is equal to 180 degree. It means Y is equal to 180 minus 2x. So 180 minus 2x value is 66. We have already calculated. So 180 minus 2 and 132. It means 48 degree is the value of Y. So X is 66 degree. Y is 48 and Z is 24 degree. Now coming to the third part. The sum of first n terms of an AP is given by Sn is equal to 3n square minus n. This is the formula for sum of n terms. So first term we have to find. So for S1 we are taking n at n is equal to 1. This value will become 3, 1 square minus 1. It means 3 minus 1 means 2. S2 is equal to 3, 2 square minus 2. 2 square is 4 into 3, 12, and minus 2 means 10. So this is the sum of second terms, the two terms. So sum of one term means A. First term is A. So it means A is directly equal to 2. And second term is A plus D. Second term हमारे क्या होती है? A plus D. And sum of two terms means A. This is the first term and second term. The sum of two term means first term and second term. Collective answer is 10. Out of these, A we know. So this is 2A plus D is equal to 10. So D is equal to 10 minus 2A. So 2 and A's value is also 2. So 10 minus 4, it means difference, common difference is 6 in this case. Now B part is common difference. First part is A value of A is 2, D is 6. Now nth term. For nth term we should know that we have to fill the value. Nth term means An is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. So An is equal to value of A is 2 plus n minus 1 and D is 6. So nth term is 2 plus 6n minus 6. It means 6n minus 4 is the nth term of this equation. Now next is of this series. Next is 20th term. So A20 is equal to, this is 6 n is 20 minus 4. It means 120 minus 4 means 116 is the 20th term. These are the answer of 4 parts for 4 marks, 1 mark each. Now question number 7 part 1, use graph sheet for this question. 2 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. So in the graph 2 centimeter you have taken for 1 unit only along the axis. Plot the triangle OAB where O means our first point 0 0, so we have to take here only. Next A is 3 comma minus 2. So x axis 3 and y axis minus 2. It means this is our A point, and then B is 2 comma minus 3. So x2 and y minus 3, it means this. So this is our triangle. So our first triangle is this OAB. So now next reflect this triangle to the origin and name it as OA dash B dash. When we reflect through origin, then all these signs will get changed. 3 will become minus 3 and 2 will become plus 2. So minus 3 and 2. Minus 3 and 2 means this is our A dash. And similarly here 2 comma minus 3 will become minus 2 comma 3 means our B dash. So this is the reflection through origin. All the signs will get changed and you will get this triangle after reflecting through origin. Now for B part, reflect this triangle on y-axis and its name is as OA dash B dash. Now y-axis, if y-axis is the mirror or you can say the reflecting line, then it will shift to this side. So y point will not change, x point will change. So minus 2 will become plus 2. So this is B dash, B double dash reflection of B dash and A double dash reflection of A dash. So this is our reflection of triangle OA dash B dash and it will become now OA double dash and B double dash. Now in C part, reflect OA dash B dash on x-axis. So now when we reflect this triangle OA dash B dash, when we reflect it through x-axis, then x point will not change. So A will become minus 3 remains same and minus 2. So minus 3 and minus 2, this is our A triple dash and this is our B triple dash, reflection of B dash which is minus 2, 3, so it will become minus 2 and minus 3. So this is the reflection of triangle OA dash B dash through x-axis. It will shift in this quadrant. This is first, second, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Initially our triangle was lying in the fourth quadrant. Then after reflection through origin, it will shift it to second quadrant. Then after y-axis, it will shift to first quadrant, and after x-axis, it will shift to the third quadrant. So now join the points. We have to join all these points and give the geometrical name of the closed figure so formed. And this figure, for this figure we have to count the side. So first, second, third, and this is our fourth side, fifth side, sixth side, seventh side, and eighth side. So exact name for this figure is octagon. Or if you not remember octa, you can also write this is a 8-sided polygon or 8-sided figure. But geometrical name should be given so that you will get proper 1 mark for this part. Now next part from question number 7 carrying 5 marks, the most important question of your all papers. Now this is drawing of ogive. For that we have to calculate median. Data given is 140, 145. This is the class interval given till 180. And frequency is given 12, 20, 30, 38. Now for median, we first have to calculate cumulative frequency. So for cumulative frequency, our first value is 12, then 20, plus 20, it means 32, then plus 30, it means 62, then 38, it means 10 and 100, then 124, 124, then next is 140, then 152, and then last is 160. So our n is 160, and so it means n by 2. Our median n by 2 is 160 divided by 2. It means 80th term. So 80th term will lie approximately for the checking of your answer. I am not telling that this is a correct answer, but for the checking of your answer, you can check that if 80th term lies in this. So this is our median class. Our answer should lie in between this range only, 155 to 160. But we have to draw ogive first for that. Now this is the scale given in the question paper is 2 centimeter is equal to 5 centimeter of height. Taking 2 centimeter, we have to write the scale on the top right corner of your graph. X-axis we have taken 2 centimeter is equal to 5 student. So this is 140, 145. This is 2 centimeter. Like pink graph which you get in your paper, or this green graph, this is a similar graph you will get in your paper. This is the 2 centimeter box which is equal to 5 students showing now on x-axis. So 140, 145, 150, you have to take like this. And y-axis they have given that 22 centimeter is equal to 20. So 2 centimeter box will be equal to 20 centimeter now. So this is 20, 40, 60, 80. We have to take like this, and then we have to draw the ogive. So for first value is upper limit 145 and cumulative frequency is 12. So against 145 we will take this value, this is 12. So 10 से ऊपर और 20 से नीचे, so only one आप box ऊपर जाएंगे. So this is 12. First dot is there. Next is 150 and then 32. 150 and this is 32. This is our second mark. Similarly 155 and 62 third. Next is 160. This is 100. Next is 165 and 124, and next is 170 and 140. On 170 this is 140, and then 175, 152 value we have to take, and last is 180, 160 value we have to take. Then we have to freehand join all these points, and remember here we have to show a kink, because data is not starting from 0, it is starting from 140. We have to draw a kink, and 140 from the point 140 itself we have to start drawing the graph. x-axis से ही we have to touch it. So free hand you can draw, थोड़ा सा line इधर उधर जाएगा, उसके लिए you need not to afraid. और वैल्यू में भी अगर 0.2 में आपका डिफरेंस आता है तो it doesn't matter hardly, you will get the full marks. So this is our ogive. Now first point is the median height we have to calculate. For median height 80th frequency, so 80th means we have to take on the cumulative side, we have to take 80, and then we have to draw a line. We have to make an arrow on it because we are coming from the 80 side, and then we have to come on the x-axis. On the x-axis the point which where this point is touching is in between 155 and 160, where I have shown you 155 and 160, you will get the answer. But here you can calculate it properly. Mid value of these two. So the mid value of these two is now 157.5, because it is exactly in between, you can see. So you can plus means 155 and 160, you can add and then divide by 2, you will get the value. So 157.5 centimeter. Now in second part, this is the median height, and height in the question is given in centimeter. So you should place a proper unit here also. Now interquartile range. For interquartile we have to calculate Q1 means lower quartile and upper quartile. The value of Q1 is n by 4. For n by 4 this is 160 by 4. It means this is 40th value. And for Q3 means upper quartile 3n by 4. It means 3 into 40 means 120th value. So now it will lie, first quartile means 1/4. So it will lie lower to the median. So 40. We'll again draw horizontal line, make an arrow, and then we will take a vertical line, and the point where this vertical line will touch this x-axis is the lower quartile value. It is lying in between 150 and 155, and the value for lower quartile exactly it is 151.3. So its value is 151.3 because lying very close to 150. So it is this much centimeter. For upper quartile this is 120. For 120 again we draw horizontal line and then come down on the x-axis. We have to place arrows to clearly understand from where we are taking and to which axis we are coming now. So here this value is lying very close to 165 value, but it is very close. But we have to count the grids, and after counting you will get the value as 164.2 centimeter. So for interquartile range we have to subtract. So Q3 minus Q1, it means 164.2 and minus 151.2, and after subtracting you will get its value as 12.9 centimeter. This is the interquartile range. Now our last part is number of students whose height is above 172 centimeter. Height is above 172. Now this is the first question from which we are coming from the x-axis. The line start drawing from the x-axis. X-axis you have to start this line, and then you have to draw horizontal line like this, the point from the ogive itself, and on the y-axis this point is lying in between 140 and 160 and only 2 grids above 140. So 20 के accordingly if we take, तो यहाँ पर आपका point बन रहा है 140 के बाद 2, 142 and 144. So this value is at 144. But 144 students are not height above 172 centimeter. वो तो उससे नीचे वाले हैं, हमें ऊपर वाले लेना है. तो अवर मैक्सिमम वैल्यू इन द ग्राफ इज 160. सो आंसर फॉर सी पार्ट विच इज अवर लास्ट पार्ट फॉर दिस अबव 172 सेंटीमीटर हाइट स्टूडेंट्स आर 160 minus 144. It means your answer for this is 16 students. So 5 marker question is there. करेक्ट स्केल आप चूज करेंगे, करेक्ट स्केल, स्मूथ कर्व आपका आना चाहिए एंड किंग. फॉर दिस ऑल्सो यू विल गेट 1 मार्क. आपने स्केल लिखा है, स्मूथ कर्व आया और किंग है, यू विल गेट 1 मार्क. नेक्स्ट 1 मार्क फॉर मीडियन कैलकुलेशन, नेक्स्ट इंटरक्वार्टाइल एंड देन लास्ट दिस माइनस सब्ट्रैक्शन पार्ट ऑल्सो. With this I conclude my today's video. For further question I will make another part for the video because otherwise video will become very lengthy, because as you know in section B we have 7 questions. Out of these 4 questions I have already solved. Now remaining 3 questions I will solve in next video. Thanks for watching till the end. Keep watching, sharing and subscribe to my channel.